I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden with someone I don't know how it goes, but I would like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden with Miss Jan, but I would not like to be a Viking explorer. Is that what you're going to tell me?
It is.
All right, that's so cool.
I have another copy of it right here.
And you wouldn't want to be either, all viewers. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Tell me, why?
Why?
Why wouldn't you want to be a Viking explorer?
Let me tell you.
Okay, cool.
It's quite a story.
All right.
All right. A voyage to a place you'd rather not go.
Yeah, but we're going. But it's okay.
We are.
It's just
virtual.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, Greenland, looking for a way out. Vikings first discovered Greenland about AD 982. That's 982 years before we started counting the years up. That was a long time.
Dude.
Their leader, Eric the Red, thought it was a fine place for a settlement, so he sailed back to Iceland and told his people. Eric called it Greenland to make them think it was rich soil for farming, as well as caribou and fish for food, and bears and foxes to hunt their furs. Hundreds of Vikings followed him to the new country, and you were one of them. But what a disappointment. The land is not very green at all. It is cold, and few crops grow. How can you escape to a better life?
Wait. So you're telling me this, dude. I mean, I knew that Greenland wasn't green. Like, I'd heard that. But he totally lied and joked people into going there?
He did. He tricked them. Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
It is. But, he wanted some workers. He wanted to go somewhere else and find some other things. And
selfish.
There they were.
Yep.
Yeah. This guy says, my name is Radler Lothbrok, which means hairy trousers. And he says, my life is dull. Well, guess what? It's going to get exciting.
I bet.
The Longship. Members of the crew load the ship with food and supplies for the voyage. The ship is long and narrow, made from oak planks that curve up at each end. The planks are fitted together with iron nails, and any gaps are plugged with tar and animal hair. The ship is very shallow. The distance from the bottom to the gunwale is only about 6 feet. That's pretty shallow. Along each side are 16 holes for the oars to slide through. The holes can be shut in rough weather to keep out the sea. And I don't know if you noticed, but there's a lot of other stuff going on. And if you're interested in hearing the whole story, we have this book here at the library that you can check out. Sailing Away, Life at Sea. Each member of the crew pulls hard on their oars. The longship moves away from the shore, and a wind springs up. Thorvald orders you to stop rowing and raise the mast. The mast is that big pole that goes up. This is made from a tall pine tree trunk, which the crew members place in a slot in the middle of the ship and haul it upright. Then they hoist the heavy woolen cloth sail. It soon fills with wind and the ship gathers speed. The helmsman steers with a special oar attached to the stern, keeping the coast on the starboard or right-hand side. Into the unknown.
Look at that guy!
Have you ever felt seasick? Have you ever gone on a boat and it rocks, it's a little rough, and your tummy starts to rumble and you just don't feel very well? That happens a lot when you first go out to sea. Yeah. On the second day, the ship sails farther from land. Soon you are in the open sea and will depend on the skills of the helmsman and the chieftain to take you in the right direction. This is a difficult job. Rain is pelting down and the wind whips up the waves. The freezing rain has soaked through your leather clothing, and there's not a dry place to sit. Slabs of ice drift past the ship, showing that the Arctic pack ice is not far away to the north. The sail is lowered to prevent it from being split by the howling gales. That means the wind. And Thorvald orders everyone to get their oars ready. Rowing makes it easier for the helmsman to steer and avoid the dangerous ice floes. Lost, drifting in a fog. Once the wind has died down. Excuse me, I'll start.
That's all right. No, it's good.
Once the wind has died down, a thick mist swirls around the ship and chills you to the bone in your soaking wet clothes.
Sounds like the library. Seriously.
It's cold today.
Yeah.
Yes. The only thing that keeps you warm is the effort of rowing. Worse still, you cannot see anything. The ice floes on the sea and the sun in the sky have disappeared behind the fog. Which course should the helmsman steer? You need to ask for help from the gods. The Viking religion is part of your daily life. With no special priests or temples, Thorvald is the chieftain, so he prays to Odin, the father of all the gods, and to Thor, the god of the sky and ruler of storms.
Okay.
Now,
So
you
kind
might
of
have
like the
heard-
Egyptians and the Greeks had a bunch of different gods.
Right.
So the Vikings did too.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Wait. Are they called Norse gods?
They are.
Okay, all right,
Yes.
cool. All right, I've heard of
Yeah.
them. Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, I'd imagine a lot of people have heard of Thor because he's the
'Cause
one
he's
with
like
a big
I'm
hammer.
a superhero. Like,
He is-
yeah.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Land at last. The next morning you are awoken by a shout. Land ahead! You can see from the longship that the coast of this mysterious new land is mountainous and icy, with no grass, no trees.
Mm-hmm.
Thorvald recognizes this as Helluland, or Flat Rock Land, the place Leif Erikson had described after his own voyage. The helmsman turns the ship to follow the coast southward, and there the landscape becomes more promising.
Okay.
You reach what Leif called Markland, or woodland, which is flat and thickly covered with forests. Finally, you arrive at Vinland, or Wineland. There the climate is warmer. Thorvald leads his crew ashore, but what dangers are lurking? What do you think? Do you think that could be a danger?
Probably that looks a little dangerous.
Yeah, I
yes.
think so too.
Yes.
Turf and timber, building a settlement. The first job is to build a large hut. Tools and equipment are brought ashore, and a site is found that is flat and sheltered from the wind. Some men cut down trees, shape the timbers, and make the building's framework. You stay and dig up sods of turf. Turf is like grass. To cover the roof and the walls. Is your house covered with grass?
No.
No.
Hmm.
These walls are over 3 feet thick. That's like a whole yardstick, that much wall.
Dude, that's crazy.
And that's to keep everyone warm in the
Yeah.
winter, with a fire burning in the stone hearth.
Yeah. Like, you would need that for
Yeah.
insulation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, do you think if at the library, if I put some grass on the walls, it'll be warmer?
We can try it.
Maybe. Let's try it. Let's go get some turf.
Yeah. There is a building in the Strip District in Pittsburgh that has a thing attached to the wall.
Yeah?
And there are plants growing in
Oh,
that.
no
It's flat
way.
against the wall, but it has plants.
That's cool.
Yeah, check it out next time you're in the Strip.
Yeah.
Winter in Vinland. In Greenland, the winters are long and extremely cold, with short days and many hours of darkness. But Vinland is a lot further south, so the summer here is much longer and winter not so cold. There is less snow, and grass continues to grow for most of the year. All the same, you have to spend many winter evenings huddled around the smoky fire in your hut. You pass the time by telling each other tales about the great deeds of ancient heroes and gods, such as the terrifying Thor and his mighty hammer. The hammer has a name, Mjolnir.
Mjolnir. No way. I never knew it had a name.
That's the name of Thor's hammer. You are not alone. The Skraelings. One day, you find rocks on the shore, but they seem to be made of wood or leather. You and your companions tip them over, and there, huddled underneath, are some people. You had no idea people lived in this remote place. The strangers jump up in a panic. They start to run away. They're terrified at the sight of the weapons. The Vikings are hostile to anyone who's not one of them. Those who escape go back to their people. So the Skraelings, or they call it screaming barbarians, could now be planning a revenge attack. These Skraelings were probably hunters who traveled south in search of seals and seabirds.
Dude, doesn't that make you mad? Like, that makes me so mad, because it's like, oh, okay, we're just gonna come and, like, grab your land, like we did later here in this country.
Right.
Dude, we're just gonna grab your land, get out of the way. It's ours now. Okay, Erickson.
You know, people just didn't think back then.
They didn't think. They didn't think. In some places, they don't think today, too, either.
Yeah, sadly. Hunting and storing food. During the autumn, you must gather and store enough food to last through the whole winter. There is wild wheat growing on the seashore and nuts and berries in the forest. There are plenty of animals to hunt for meat. The largest and most valuable prey are whales, which give a huge supply of meat, as well as oil for their lamps, skin to make their clothing, and bones. But whale hunts are perilous. You must row out in a small boat and get as near to the whale as you can. One man hurls a harpoon. It sticks into the whale, which then tries to escape, dragging you along behind. Only when the whale becomes tired can you kill it with spears. I know, that's very sad.
No, it is sad. I mean, I understand. Like they couldn't go to the store and get tofu and stuff. Like, that's different. And they used all parts of the whale. You know what I mean?
That is key. They didn't waste
a single thing. I understand.
Yeah.
Miss Rebecca always says it's a circle of life and stuff. And I understand.
It is. Yeah. But luckily now we have better options.
We do. We have better options. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Under attack. You and your enemy. By the end of winter, you're all weak and very hungry. The food stores have been used up, and many of your companions have gotten sick. Everyone is feeling homesick for Greenland. You even hope to meet another band of Skraelings. Perhaps they will have food to trade in exchange for metal tools or cloth. The Skraelings return, but they are not here to trade. They want revenge against those who hurt their friends. They rush at you, shooting arrows and throwing spears. The iron weapons of the Vikings drive them off, but someone is hurt. Your chieftain lies fatally wounded by an arrow. Things are looking very bleak. The Skraelings have retreated for the moment, but they'll be back. Chieftain Thorvald is dead, and many of your companions are wounded or ill. There's very little food available. The explorers have no choice but to sail away back to Greenland. You load up the ship with tools and weapons and roll it down to the water's edge, ready for a quick getaway. There's Thorvald in his casket. Before you leave, there's a solemn task to perform. You pile up firewood along the beach and put Thorvald's body on top, surrounded by his belongings. Then you set fire to the funeral pyre. As you row away and begin the cold and dangerous journey home, you watch the flames roaring up into the sky. Okay, and that's the end of Thorvald's
Dude, that's
story.
A pretty interesting book, man. That was really, I didn't know a lot of that stuff about Vikings.
Right, it has a lot of stuff. And if you're interested in learning more, there's a glossary and an index. Ooh. And I have for you some fun things to do.
Dude, this is cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So, first thing is you have to have a name. So,
right.
The way that they determined it says, use your Viking name generator First, pick your Viking first name by using the initial of your own first name.
Okay, so
My first name is Jan.
All right.
So my Viking name is Jorun.
Jorun. Okay.
Then you choose the rest of your Viking name by the month you were born in. I was born in May.
Okay.
So I am Jorun the Far Traveled.
Oh, that's so cool.
Isn't that cool?
So I would be Wait a minute.
Beautiful goddess.
But look at what name it is.
Ingrid.
It's actually my real name. Wait, so dude,
So
do
you
I
must
have
be
a
a
Viking
Viking.
name? Oh my gosh. This is so crazy. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, I actually have goosebumps.
Yeah.
And not just because it's 1 degree in here. This is, dude,
That's
look at that.
awesome,
This is
isn't
for
it?
real. So my first name is really Ingrid.
Ingrid.
And people call me Ing.
Okay. And
Oh my gosh. Oh,
What
so
month
I was born
is-
in October.
October. Descendant of
Oh wait,
Olaf.
that's wait, where's the
that's
months?
the voice.
Months
It's
are down
down
here.
here. Yeah, I'm sorry. The
Ingrid
Valiant. Ingrid the Valiant.
I like that.
I believe that.
I have to look it up to remember exactly what it means, but there was a cartoon when I was a kid
Prince
called
Valiant.
Prince Valiant.
It's
Yeah.
still in the Post Gazette.
Yeah, and there is it really?
It is. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is great.
Yeah.
And there was a restaurant on 3 Degree Road, or maybe it's Babcock, called Prince Valiant's.
No kidding. I
Yeah,
didn't
there
know
was.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's
Mhm.
awesome.
Run by
So-
the same people who Valiant's. You know Valiant's?
Oh,
Have you ever been to
yeah.
Valiant's
I
on
do.
Babcock?
Right.
Little diner? This is just for informational but dudes, kids, if you're watching, I'm telling you, tell your parents to ask your parents or your super special grown-ups if you can go to Valiant's for breakfast or lunch sometime.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I've done it. It's good.
so good.
Yeah.
My mom and I used to go all the time.
Oh,
all right, sorry.
neat.
No,
No, that's cool. So that's the first thing. If you want to be a Viking, you have to apply for the job.
and I'll put links to all of this on the show.
Okay.
This will be in our show notes.
Yeah, we have these pages.
Yes.
All right. You got to design your own Viking shield.
Nice.
And you have to decide what you're going to pack because you can only take 5 things with you.
Dude, what would you choose from there?
I think I'd go with a goat.
Goat? All right.
Yeah. A wooden bucket for sure. Hens.
Hens? Take some hens.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Cool.
I'd like a helmet.
A helmet. All right.
Yeah. How many have I chosen so
Can
far?
you add things? Like,
You
can I
only
take
have
Wi-Fi? Like, does it have to be
Oh yeah, you can take
Wait,
other
you've
things.
taken
You just
3.
can't take more than 5.
of
Because-
those things?
Yeah, because there's only so much
yeah.
space on a Viking ship.
All right. Well, I'm taking my iPad, a hotspot.
Okay, that's 2.
That's all I need. No, that's cool. So you take
Well, with
hens.
the iPad, you can have a lot of books.
It's true.
to read,
It's true.
so,
That's
yeah,
true.
Yeah.
So you're taking hens,
Hens,
a goat,
and goats,
a helmet.
yeah, for food. Helmet. You know what? I think I'll take a charm. You know, because
Charm, that's
yeah,
nice.
and a wooden
charming.
bucket.
All right. Cool. Cool.
All right,
Excellent.
all right, and then here's your handy dandy map.
All right.
So the Vikings started there,
Okay.
and as they grew and traveled, they went to Greenland, Iceland. They came to Europe. They went over into Russia. So
they wrote that song by Johnny Cash. We've been everywhere, man. No,
I don't
It's such a
think
good
they heard.
they
of
didn't.
him.
Yeah, they didn't know.
Okay. So there's another version of the map without the names on them. So if you want to challenge, you can see if you can figure out.
Oh, that's
where those
cool.
are.
Yeah.
Okay. Here you can talk about yourself as a Viking, your name, your Viking name, about Viking me,
Nice.
whatever you are. There's a crossword with Viking words.
Very cool.
And this I made up for you. The Vikings wrote in a different kind of script than we do. These are called runes. And sometimes you'll see one on a rock.
yeah.
You can line up the
yeah.
runes there. So I have created a message for you to unscramble.
Cool.
And you can find the answer by, okay, look at that X. Let's see. You come down here and you see where that X is.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, that's a G.
Yeah.
And then you figure it all out. And I'd love to hear when you figure it out.
Yeah, dude, I'm putting links to all this stuff right here on this post. You check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
Awesome.
That's so cool.
Great.
Oh, thanks, Miss Jan.
Oh.
Thank you. And we'll see you next time. And I'll sing us out with I'd like to be under the sea with Miss Jan in Octopus's garden. But I would not like to be a Viking explorer. Yay. All right, bye,